All right, hey guys, Jason here. We're up here at J.C. Lewis Ford. We were actually up here last night, up here rocking them out. We were here yesterday. There was a beautiful blue FX4 Ranger sitting right here with the 2.7, and it wasn't here 2 days before that. Now it's gone, sold. I mean, these Rangers move pretty quick. So we're gonna dive in and we're gonna talk about some details on the Ranger here. We've reviewed them before. We're not going in and review. Obviously, they're closed. There's no keys for it that I can get. But some stats on this Ranger and some things to think about. First of all, the Ford Ranger, we know that Ford, for some reason here in the US, they don't make many of them. They don't make many. Look at how many F-150s are on this lot. I mean, there's probably 30 F-150s, and there were times when there was probably 60, and yet we have one brand new Ranger. There was two. We had one more, and I think there's one used one somewhere in here. I don't remember where I seen it, but there's one used one, but that's it. That's all we can. You never get a Ranger. You never ever get Rangers. I don't understand Ford's philosophy, but it makes you wonder sometimes, well, here's the reality part of it. So we have it. So how does the Ranger actually rank as far as sales go? Not here in the US, but really, might be surprising to know that the Ford Ranger is the 4th best selling truck in the world. In the entire world, the 4th best selling truck in the world, beat by the Hilux. Okay, the Hilux beats the Ranger. The F-150 that we see right here beats the Ranger. Worldwide sales, not just US, worldwide sales. It goes Hilux, F-150, then it goes to the Silverado, the Chevy Silverado, then it goes to the Ford Ranger. Ford Ranger is number 4 in the world. Kind of interesting when you think about that. Now here, again, we're limited. We don't get a lot of great stuff. They get all the great stuff over there. They get the Wild Track. They get all kinds of cool stuff. They got the Tremors. They got, they got a lot of neat stuff that we don't really get here. We hopefully will get a Tremor. I'm hoping a Tremor comes. This here is a 2-wheel drive version. This is in that desert sand, or what do they call it? Dune sand. What's this called? Desert sand. And it's a 2-wheel drive, great looking truck. I think I love the Ranger. They do it very well. I can't complain anything about the Ranger at all. Always loved it. Fantastic truck. Again, this is a 2-wheel drive. A 4-wheel drive one sells almost instantly. And this is $40,000 for even this 2-wheel drive XLT. They're not cheap, but people absolutely love them. They love these trucks. And the fact that you get a 2.3, or now you can get 2.3 turbo 4-cylinder, or now you can also get the 2.7 turbo 6-cylinder, and it makes it amazing. And you also, in the Ranger Raptor, you can get the 3-liter 6-cylinder turbo also. So they give you great options. Now, what came in, just for curiosity, after this, if this was number 4 for the Ranger worldwide, number 5, the Ram 1500. Yes, the Ram 1500. And then after that, coming in, I don't even remember what 6 and 7 were. I didn't even remember, but the Tacoma, for those that are wondering. Okay, the Hilux is number 1. The Tacoma is number 8. And the Tundra is number 9. Just thought you would like to know that, because everybody thinks that Toyota, is all that, and they are, like I said, but that Hilux blows the Tacoma out of the water as far as real world, all over the world sales are. This coming in at number 4. We know that, like I said, there's going to be a Tremor version hopefully coming pretty soon. Most likely it will be a big disappointment as far as the same as the last generation Tremor was. Not a big disappointment, but not enough to get excited about. The difference between a Tremor and an FX4 was a little bit of suspension change. I think a 1-inch bigger tire with a little more offset and a little different fascia on the front, I think was really all that the difference was in a Tremor in the last gen. I could be wrong, I might be missing something, but it was nowhere near Raptor kind of stuff. I mean, if you want to give us a Tremor, you want to make it a Tremor, how about we stick to the true Tremor name, and you give us limited slip torsion in the front end, not the full Raptor, okay, where you're getting like on a Ranger Raptor with lockers, but give us the rear locker, give us torsion in the front, give us a bigger factory lift on it, put some 33s on it right off the gate for us, and put a little level on the front end, get rid of that crazy rake for an off-road truck, which the Tremor is, give us some steel bumpers on the front and rear with some recovery hooks. Now you're talking. Now you're speaking my language, Ford. Get it done. Make it happen. Step it up. Get some stuff going there. But we know the Tremor is going to be coming sometime soon. We just don't know when or what or anything like that. We also, now as far as build numbers, right now, again, I told you, these things here in the US, they are very difficult to find. Some regions get more, some do not. Some here, like I said, they sell the second it shows up. There was a beautiful blue FX4 2.7 sitting right here 24 hours ago. Sometime today it sold, it's gone, and it was not up here for long. Probably only a couple days. The second day hit the lot. If they're not sold already, and that's the thing, even though we don't see them on a lot, doesn't mean they're not selling. Because they do sell a lot in transit. Like they, you know, there's not many on a lot. So they're like, hey, they come into the dealer and they say, I want to buy a Ranger. And the guy says, okay, well, we have a blue FX4 coming in 2 weeks. In 3 weeks, we got a white, Lariat. We got, they name everything that's coming in. He says, I want the blue FX4. They go, great, give us a deposit. It's yours. He gives them a deposit. When it comes in, it doesn't even go to the lot. It comes in, gets rolled off the truck. They call the guy picks it up, he takes it home. Okay, it's buying through allocation, and that's how everything happened during the 2020 garbage that we had to deal with, and that's how a lot of people still do it on these specialty things. That's why you never see like a Ranger Raptor on a dealer lot too often, or something like that, or a TRX, because they're bought through allocation. They're sold before they even hit the dealership. But the numbers, right now, when I go to autotrader.com and I actually pull up the 2025 Ranger and I click on four-wheel drive. So forget the two-wheel drive stuff, okay? But if we just pick four-wheel drive FX or Ranger, and I don't pick any other trim, 2025 four-wheel drive Ranger, right now, currently in the country, we have 5,700 of them for sale on AutoTrader. 5,700 2025 Rangers. That is not a lot. Okay, in comparison to Colorado, not even counting the Canyon, just selecting Colorado and saying four-wheel drive, we are at 11,000. So literally double how many Colorados are out there than Rangers that are available across the whole country. And like I said, there are some lots you can go to where there's lots where you can go and they'll have 25 Rangers on a lot. This just is not one of them here. This place here, they pump out a lot of F-150s, or I should say buy a lot of F-150s. So many of these are the same F-150s that have been sitting here. They move them around a little bit, like that Tremor that was just sitting right here is now over there. Okay, they move stuff around, they change things around a little bit, but like I said, they always got a stockpile of 2025 F-150s up here. So there you go, but basically that Ranger, this Ranger is a incredible vehicle that doesn't get a lot of love, and it is an excellent. You don't hear many problems with them. You don't hear any issues with them. You don't hear, too many recalls on them. I mean, they just work, and they work really good. They get great gas mileage. They're very capable. They could let you use your rear locker in 2 high and 4 high and 4 low like you're supposed to. The engagement of the lockers is super easy. Off-road, you get an FX4, like I said, forgetting even a Ranger Raptor, which is a great truck, but it's not in the realm of most people. When you talk about the FX4 versions of these things, you're talking about an incredible truck. Very capable, very good. Lots of room in the cab for what it is. It's very comparable to a Colorado as far as interior room. It's got a couple little quirks that are annoying, like the back seat is not a 60/40, so it goes up the whole thing, kind of upsetting. There's a few little things that they almost never come with a bed liner. You have to have that done yourself. I don't know what Ford's thing is with that kind of stuff, but like I said, they do them right. They're great trucks. It is a bummer that we do not get a front tie down low in the bed for how little bitty the bed is. It is a bummer that we do not get low tie down points there. We get a low one in the back, not a low one in the front, but you get a little weird mid one there if you want to, which is kind of cool. But I'd rather give up that mid one, and I'd rather see low tie downs in the front of the Fords. You usually don't. I don't even think the F-150, I know the F-150s do. At least my last F-150 did when I had it, because I had a rack in there, and I know I tied down to it, and no, they don't. Now they're up high. Look, it's high there, and it's down low there. Again, so crazy. But at least here you got frame bolts. You could pop that frame bolt out right there and put a D-ring mount like Toyota uses on that frame bolt and have them added in here. But Ford, they need to get on top of that. You tie things down, not tie things up. I'll never understand that. Chevy kills it, does it exactly like it's supposed to be. But anyway, there you go. Little bit about the Ford. So like I said, hard to find, near impossible to come by, kind of a unicorn vehicle here in the U.S. in many places, but worldwide, number 4 seller, number 4 pickup truck sold in the U.S. or around the world today. Very interesting. Questions, comments, put them below. Thanks for watching.